Buffs and boons in GW2 are very important. They will make your damage go exponentially higher. But they're pretty hard to see. The little toolbar, it's very tiny, and the buffs inside of it will move around randomly depending on which ones you get. So keeping an eye on getting those buffs 100% of the time when it's your responsibility, it's pretty difficult. That's why GW2 Clarity is such a good tool. You can just use it and move around those little icons anywhere and make them as big as you want, so you can actually check and see when you actually have them. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to use it, and of course how to install it as well, and how actually good it is. Subscribe to the channel, this from a Ko-Fi if you want to support me. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is GW2 Clarity. It's this little menu here, and you get this grid where you can customize in your way to put all of the icons that you want in your screen. Right, as you can see here, I have quickness, I have alacrity, and I have a relic of the thief. Probably things that most people will want to know that you have on, because quickness will give you more damage, alacrity will give you more damage, and relic of the thief, it's a very common weapon, common relic, you know, you want to have that uptime all the time. You want to have that percentage of damage up all the time. Now, if you want to create a new thing, what you want to do here is go to, you know, your items. Oh, also, by the way, you want to create a new grid, you know, create a new grid in here, boom. You can just do it, and then you can put things on your items, right? Now, once you have your grid, you can actually go into new item, click on the new item, and then choose whatever you want. As you can see, you have all the buffs, all the boons, all the conditions if you want to know when a condition affects you, auras, and you can also, like, you know, search here for the specific class that you have. Elementalist, for example, boom. You can have, in this case, we're using Herald, right? So you can just go in here and type Herald, and you'll see all of the things that you have for Herald, and so on and so on. For this case, we want a relic, so we want to get, you have all the relics as well. Relic of the Firework, which is a different relic that a lot of people use as well. Very common. And you want to, now that you have it here, you can just move it around, boop, to the left, or wherever you want. You can have it here, you can have it there, you can have it up, you can have it down, whatever you want, right? In this case, I'm just going to put it right on the same spot that I had my Relic of the Thief. So it's a bit lower here, like on this grid. Is that correct? No, one more. There we go. And they're in the same spot. Because, well, you know, we're gonna only use one relic at a time, so might as well have them in the right spot all the time. Now, when I go in here and I go to an enemy and I actually trigger this, guess what? We're gonna see all of these things together. Look at that. Well, that's actually probably not in the correct spot, but look at that. Relic of the Thief is being triggered right now. I'm getting 2 stacks. I'm getting, hopefully, 3 stacks. And then, you know, just continuously go to get all of them, right? And there you go. You can get, well, you'll get 5, but yeah. And of course, you can do this with any relic, with anything, right? The only problem with this is that it doesn't show you how much you have left. As you can see, you just can see the icon showing that it is up, in this case, quickness, but that quickness will run out in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there's no way of telling until it's gone. So that's very annoying, and I do hope that eventually they make it, you know, not work like that. But of course, for boons, it's very important to know that you have quickness and alacrity specifically, because, well, those will do a lot of damage. It will provide you a lot of damage, and of course, if you are providing those boons, if you drop it, that means that you're not giving it to other people. So having them there is very important. Protection from heals. For healers, very important as well. Of course, you can do this with anything you want, right? With any boons that you actually want to keep an eye out, but yeah. Ideally, for me, I always put them close to my character, because that's usually where the eyes go. But you can put it anywhere you want. Of course, you can have also multiple grids. You can also have, you know, for example, you can have Herald. Maybe I can have, instead of, you know, the relics being here, I can put them in here and call this relics. And then I can maybe get a new grid and call it Guardian, for example. And then that way you have everything categorized. Everything in here will always be up. Yeah, all these grids will be simultaneously in here. They'll be used, right? And of course, the grids can also be customized, so you actually make them bigger or smaller, right? Ideally, you probably want all the grids to be more or less the same, but you know, I guess it depends on you. For example, for me, I'm gonna put every of my grids at 39, so the icons are not that big. And of course, you know, what if I change my mind, I can just go here. Of course, you know, you can see that the quickness is right there, and I can make the actually let's trigger quickness just so we can see the change, and I can make it bigger or smaller, right? Even such small like that, right? I can make it literally so small, or as big as I want, right? Yeah, so it all depends on you, and all of these items here will actually be affected by this as well. I think it was 39 where I had it. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, there you go. Now, specifically, I want to talk about which type of traits you want to put in here. For Herald, we actually didn't have anything. We only had a few relics, and of course, the the boons. But I want to talk about certain traits that are very, very useful to take care of, to track, because they will drop down very easily. For example, Inspiring Virtue. Inspiring Virtue makes your damage be increased while activating a virtue. So when I use one of my virtues, guess what? I'll get this buff in here, Inspiring Virtue, that will do more damage. And it only lasts for 5 seconds. And it's super, super tiny. So ideally, you want to have something to track that down. So we're going to do it right now. We're going to go into our Guardian Grid. We're going to create a new item. And we're going to go in here and check for Inspiring Virtue. There you go. So we are going to have that there. And I'm going to make it to the left side so we can track it. Actually, no, to the right side. No, wait. To the left side. Yeah, to the left side. Right there. And as you can see here now, when I actually activate it, boom, it's gonna appear right there. Isn't that nice? Of course, when it goes out, it's gonna drop down, it's gonna disappear. But this way, as soon as it appears, boom, I use it again, so it appears. For some reason, there was a bit of a delay there, which is very not good. That's not ideal, but you know, I guess, you know, the add-on is not completely perfect, right? But it works pretty well. You can also make those little things actually changing color in the way that they show. You can make it so it's kind of faded when it's not up. Look at that. You can see that's a bit faded there. It's not completely hidden. You can also make it so it's red when it's not up, and once you activate it, boom, it highlights. And you can also make it so it's green when it actually highlights. It's just faded normally. Boom. It's faded. And then you use it, and boom, it becomes... Oh, there we go. You can barely tell that it's green right now, but it is, okay? It is green, and then it will go back to blue. But yeah, that's how you use it. It's very, very useful. And yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I probably will start making some videos on maybe a full set of every class with every virtue and every trait that you should have it on, just so you can maybe even copy it if you really want to. But now we're gonna talk about how you can actually install it. It's very, very annoying. Actually, it's very hard to do. Well, it's not hard. It's just annoying. Actually, that's the correct thing to say. But you can do it, and you know, I'll explain it to you right now. I'm gonna make this list here. I have this list right there, so you can actually do this. And I'm gonna leave it in the description as well. Actually, this one is wrong, but it's okay. I'll have it right in the description. So first, you wanna download the add-on loader. We have it right here. I actually have everything downloaded right now. I'm just gonna move it here to the actual spot where it should be. I'm just gonna leave it to the GW2 folder just so I have it on hand. And of course, all these things are in GitHub. So if you don't know what, you know, in order to actually download it, you want to go to the releases, and this is where it actually is gonna, you know, you're gonna be able to download the items, you know, the zips, the LLs and everything, right? Of course, the main page usually tells you what it is and how to do things in case that you know, need a bit more information. And of course, all these people are always have Discords and ways that you can contribute. You give them money, of course, to keep them, you know, going. And of course, also you can ask them questions on what is wrong. But also, of course, you can comment down below and I maybe can help you. But of course, we download GW2 add-on loader, and we want to put it in the main folder of GW2 where the exe is. You can see that the loader core is going to have all these items. You're going to have them all in the main directory. Bin64 will also get replaced. If you don't want to replace bin64, just grab the dxgi.dll and put it on CEF, and inside of the bin64 folder as well as the main folder, right? And then it should be fine. After that, yeah, we did that, right? Also, you want to have the d3d11.dll and rename it to d3d11 undermark chain load.dll in case, for example, that you want to have Nexus working at the same time. If not, I guess it doesn't really matter, but ideally Nexus is very, very good, so I would heavily recommend this, right? After this, you want to download libmgui, so from the same website that we showed. Essentially, it's this one, right? You just want to go here, boom. You can see libmgui. Just download it. You will have this little folder here. You want to get, and here's where the thing's gonna start getting complicated. You want to create an add-on folder for all the add-ons that you're gonna install. In this case, GW2 Clarity. You want to create this new folder, have it here, boom. In this one, you'll have everything that you want, right? In this case, you want to create a new folder for your other add-on, right? In this case, libmgui. This is what we created here. We want to call it that as well. And inside of here, you want to put all of the things that we had in the libmgui zip, right? You want to copy them here, paste them here, and have them here. This will make it so the add-on loader will load this add-on as well. After this, you want to do the exact same thing with D3D9 wrapper. You want to download it. You want to create a new folder for it. In the add-ons, as you can see here, you have D3D9 wrapper. You want to have everything that in the zip inside of here as well. After that, you want to have do the same thing with GW2 Clarity. You want to download GW2 Clarity. You want to create a new folder called GW2 Clarity, and you want to get everything from the zip from GW2 Clarity and copy it and paste it inside of your new add-on. Here we go, GW2 Clarity. Where is it? There's the one that I have. You want to keep paste everything here. Now, after this, you should be ready. If you want to install Nexus, by the way, you want to just download Nexus and put the DLL, which would be called D3D11 DLL inside of the main folder, and it should be working. If you have any issues with this, just comment down below, and I can hook you up with some help. I know Delta, he probably will help you, and it should be fine. But of course, this should be okay as well. This should be working for you. You probably won't have any issues. That being said, there's one little thing that did happen to me with GW2 Clarity, which it was just not it's not working correctly. Essentially, you would activate something that should be lighted up and highlighted, and it would not happen. And the way that I fix this is by downloading a very specific build with a bug fix for that specific issue. If you have that, I will leave that in the description as well, so you can just go in there and use it. But it's super easy. Well, maybe it's a bit annoying, but it's kind of easy, and it will work, and you'll be happy, and you'll have a great add-on to work with. And hopefully this makes it so more people know about this, and they have a better chance of getting better at the game, and have and we can do more damage in the open world, in raids, in everywhere, and have more fun with that as well. If you have any questions, of course, just tell me down below. Subscribe to the channel for more content of this. Go to these people's Ko-Fi, not mine. Go to their Ko-Fi, because these are people that are making very good add-ons and helping us have more fun in the game. I'll leave it in the description as well. And yeah, see you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye. See ya.